we'll do a panic braking. I'll get up to speed here. It's that simple. No fuss, no muss. And we haven't witnessed any fading of the brakes. And the brakes, we've been through here in the rain, the brakes never faded in the rain when they weren't touched for a long time, and then we applied them in the rain. They were always there, no drying out. And when we got out of the rain, they were there as well. Very good consistency, wet and dry. So really like the brakes as well. Excellent. And as I said earlier, they are a linked brake system in the rear. The rear actuates one of the pads in the front. So it has a very settling effect. You know, with people that are a little bit lazier in their braking, if they're using the rear brake only, that's not the optimum braking. But with the linked brake, you get good braking from the rear. And maybe I'll just use the rear only here. Rear only is squatting the front. Most rear brakes can't do that. We didn't lock up easily and just slide. So it's valved very well. So if you take that kind of stopping and add the front brake, you can just keep squeezing the front harder and harder. A little bit of practice and you can really stop this bike quite well. Tires have been excellent. Very good choice for this bike. The Dunlop tires have a very hard sidewall. You don't want to be changing these tires on your own. You want to take it to a dealer, let them do it. It's not going to be a home project for changing tires. But the grip in the wet and dry has been excellent. The feel's been very good. The roll and handling of the tires, very good. Feels very natural. It's one of the reasons this bike handles so well. Now the other remarkable thing about the Vision is the bike's drop-dead, stop-you-in-your-tracks styling. It's way over the top, and for the most part, people love it. It is a love it or hate it affair when you see it. Most people love it. The bike actually looks much better in person than it does in photos. It seems as if the younger the person looking at it, the more they like it. I've had people hang their head out of their truck window, "That's bad." I've had people stop me in parking lot the entire time I've been on the Vision. And I want to thank Victory because I've met a lot of great people I would not have met had it not been for this bike stopping the people to take a look and ask a question. I've met and talked to some great people because of that. And it's been a lot of fun. The front end of the bike is beautiful. It's very wide with non-collapsing mirrors. That would break up the lines, I guess. The tail section is the drop-dead stopper. Stops people in their tracks. They comment on the rear end of it. That's beautiful. But overall, just the lines of the bike, you know, catch you off guard. I've seen people like not really want to look like they're looking or glancing across the stoplights. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, and the bike does get a lot of attention. So not only did Victory work 6 years on developing the Vision, they went with an extremely bold design like we haven't seen in a production motorcycle to this date. And you can get the Vision Tour model, which adds the top trunk. Also adds 2 more speakers for the stereo, which ought to sound awesome. The styling of the Vision incorporates 2 trapdoors here. The one on the left houses a electronic accessory plug. Unfortunately, they went with the BMW type plug rather than a cigarette lighter, because if you forgot your plug, need a plug, dropped your plug, you can go to any store and get cigarette lighter adapters all day long. Whereas with the BMW type of plug, they're hard to find, and they're hard to find on the road especially. On the right side, we have the fuel door, which is opened by the ignition key. You turn it a certain way and this pops open. You have a non-locking cap which you take off, turn upside down and set in a tray that it fits into next to the filler. All very nice. Filling the bike, however, is a bit of a chore because it's got two separate tanks with an equalizer tube, and it doesn't accept the gas as fast as you fill it up. So you've got to fill the last part of the tank up slowly, or stop and wait and then continue to fill it to get it full. If you just fill it up and go, you're gonna find out that it's not really full. So that's a minor annoyance. The Vision has a good touring range fuel-wise. It holds 6 gallons, and I can attest to that to the ounce. I was on I-5 about 100 miles from anything in any direction, 30 to 40 miles from any gas stations. Saw a sign that said 30 miles to the next gas. I had hit reserve light, limped it or crawled along the freeway for 30 miles. Got off in the off-ramp, which consisted of 2 gas stations, 1 restaurant. Pulled in, decided to go around the back side of the pump to pull in. And as I pulled around the back side and did my turn, I ran out of gas and coasted to a stop at my pump. Bike took 6 gallons exactly. Bike hits reserve anywhere from 195 miles or lower depending on riding conditions. Fuel range that's usable is about 225 miles. If you're riding gingerly and commuting, that could go up substantially. Bike gets excellent gas mileage, but as you increase things like headwinds and so forth, it drops down to where you would expect it to be for this type of bike. Otherwise, it gets much better mileage than you would expect. Fuel light comes on at about 195 or less, as I said. Once you've done that, you've got, depending on conditions once again, about 30 miles to go before you're going to run out. That could be extended if it's not against a headwind and real easy riding, but that's pretty much all you want a chance, as I found out firsthand. I've had no issues with the bike scraping, one up, fully loaded, with the suspension set correctly. Haven't scraped a thing, haven't tried to, but hasn't been an issue at all. There's no concern in the back of my head about the bike scraping. And like I said earlier, the brakes are quite reassuring. Do their job well. No lag at all. Turn the throttle to accelerate out of a corner and it's right there. Very enjoyable, a lot of fun. Accommodations while in the Northern California Fort Bragg area provided by the motorcycle-friendly Surf and Sand Lodge. Check them out. Accommodations while in the Northern California area provided by Holiday Inn Express, Fortuna, California. Gateway to the Redwoods, this hotel offers a step up in comfort for a very relaxing stay.